Hello students, in this video we are going to discuss chapter number 2, compound interest without using formula. So first of all, here we will find the simple interest by using the formula PRT by 100. Then you will calculate amount by using the formula principal plus interest. We have already discussed the chapter compound interest using formula, and here we are going to solve the questions by using this method. So here the amount of first year will become the principal for the second year. Similarly, the amount of second year will become the principal for the third year. And in the end, we can find compound interest by using the formula final amount minus original principal. Let us discuss the exercise 2A. In this exercise, your second question is, first part I have taken, calculate the amount and compound interest on rupees 6,000 in 3 years at 5% per year. This question I will solve without using formula. Principal is 6,000, time is this, rate is 5%. For first year, what is principal? 6,000 time 1 year, rate 5%. Apply the formula of interest, PRT by 100. Solve it, interest is 300, then amount is principal plus interest. Just add it, 6,000 plus 300, 6,300. Now this is the amount at the end of first year. So this will become the principal for second year. Time again 1 year, for second year time period 1 year we take, rate 5%. Calculate the interest, 315. Find again amount, 6615, that is principal plus interest, we are getting this. This is the amount at the end of second year. It will become the principal for the third year. You can see here principal is this. Again time period 1 year, rate is 5%. Then again calculate the interest. Then amount, principal plus interest. And this is the interest. And they are asking you what is the compound interest. The formula of compound interest is final amount minus original principal. So this is the final amount and this is the original principal. So after subtraction we are getting compound interest rupees 945.75. Just see now question number 3, second part. This is a case of successive rates, and in previous video you have already seen the formula, that direct formula we are using. So if you don't want to use that formula, you can do it in this way also. This is also one of the method of solving that question. Principal R1, R2, R3 is given, time period is this. So for first year, we will take the first rate, time period 1 year, calculate the interest by using this formula, then amount, principal plus interest, this is amount. Then this is the principal for the next year. Then again calculate interest of second year, then amount. It will become the again principal for the third year. For third year, use the third rate R3. 15%, time again 1 year, calculate I3, and then we will calculate amount. Then formula of compound interest is final amount minus original principal. So subtraction, after subtraction we are getting this. Okay, so this question you are free to do the question by using formula as well as without using, it's your choice. Okay, now just see the question number 4. Here the time period is 2.5 years, principal is given, rate is given. So first year, time period 1 year we take, rate, principal, find interest 120, then amount, principal plus interest, this one. For second year, again time period we will take 1 year. Then again PRT by 100, 126 we are getting, just add them, after addition we are getting amount this. This will become the principal for the third half year. Just see the time period is 2.5 years. 1 year we have used here, 1 year we have used here, only half year is left. So this half year you can use for the third case. Just see here I have written this time period 1/2. Solve it. I3 will be 66.15. Then amount 2712.15. Then what is the formula of compound interest? Final amount minus original principal. So we can subtract it, and this is compound interest after solving 312.15. Now in the question they are asked you the nearest rupees. After decimal the digit is 1. So till here your answer is 312. If it is 5 or greater than 5, then we will round off. Otherwise we can leave our answer. We will ignore these decimals. So this is compound interest. In the question number 6, A borrowed 2500 from B at 12% per annum compound interest. After 2 years, A gave 2936 and a watch to B to clear the account. What is the cost of the watch? So this is the principal, this is the rate. For first year, principal, time period 1 year, apply the formula of interest, calculate interest, then amount, then it will become the principal for the second year, then again time period 1 year, calculate the interest, then amount. Then according to question, A had given 2936 rupees plus watch, but amount we are getting this, you can just equate them, just shift towards left side. After subtraction we are getting 200, so therefore the cost of the watch will be rupees 200. So in the 7th question, how much will rupees 50,000 amounts in 3 years when the successive rates are given? Principal is given, again R1, R2, R3 is given. We can calculate, we can use the different rates. Here also, here also, here also, time period 1 year we take, and you can see clearly that we can calculate the amount without using formula. Okay. In 9th question, Govind borrows rupees 18,000 at 10% simple interest. He immediately invests the money borrowed at 10% compound interest, compounded half yearly. How much money does Govind gain in 1 year? So principal, rate and time period is given. We can calculate simple interest by using this formula. Then they are given, ask you to calculate the compound interest, compounded half yearly. So this we are doing this question by without formula. So here first of all interest you will calculate. So be careful, time period you are supposed to take half because it is half yearly. Okay, this thing you have to keep in your mind. Time period half you take, interest then amount, it will become the principal for the next year. You can see next year also half year we take, then find interest, then amount, then what is compound interest, final amount minus original principal. After subtraction we are getting 1845. So what is the Govind gain? Compound interest minus simple interest. After subtraction we are getting rupees 45. Other questions are easy in the exercise 2A. So let us discuss the second exercise. In second exercise they ask you calculate the difference between compound interest and simple interest on rupees 4,000 in 2 years at 8% per annum compounded yearly. So here principal is given, time period, rate is given. We can calculate the simple interest. Then we want to calculate the compound interest. Everything is same. Find the interest, amount. Then again it will become the principal for second year. Then interest. Then again amount. Then amount. Then compound interest. Final amount minus original principal. And in the end we have to subtract it. After subtraction we are getting 25.6 rupees. In the second question, a man lends rupees 12,500. So principal is given, 3 rates are given, successive rates are given. First of all, for first year, we will take the rate R1, 12%, time period is this. We will calculate the interest, then amount. For second year, it will become the principal. Then again, time period, rate, we will take 15%, calculate the amount. And then here also, principal is given. This will become that principal of third year, then again interest, and then they ask you in the question what is the difference between the interest of third year and the first year. So simply we have to subtract them. In the end we will subtract them and we are getting 1398. Fourth question is little bit different because here it is given a man borrows rupees 6,000 at 5% compound interest per annum. If he repays rupees 1,200 at the end of each year, means we are supposed to subtract rupees 1,200 from the amount for first year also and for the second year also. So first of all for first year principal is given, rate is time period 1 year, we will calculate interest, then amount. From amount a person repays 1,200 at the end of 1 year. So what is the balance? We have to subtract this 1200 from 6300. So we are getting 5100. So whatever the balance is there, that will become the principal for the next year. Then rate, time period, calculate the interest, then amount. Again, after from the amount, you subtract 1200 for the second year also. Then balance will become the answer of this question, because they are asking you what is the amount of loan outstanding at the beginning of third year. So whatever the amount at the end of third year, that is the principal for the in the beginning of third year. Just see in the 7th question, a manufacturer estimates that his machine depreciate by 15% of its value at the beginning of each year. Depreciate means decrease. So here in the question they are given, if depreciation during second year is 5355. So depreciation during second year means this is the interest of second year. The interest of second year is given. Principal is missing. Let the principal will be X. Time period 1 year, rate 15%. Then find interest. Then we will calculate amount, that is principal minus interest. It is a depreciation, so you have to use the subtraction sign. So after subtraction we are getting 85 by 100x. For second year principal is this, time period this, rate is this. Calculate I2. This is I2, and then in the question I2 is also given 5355. Just equate them, and from there we get the value of x, that is 42,000. So principal will be rupees 42,000. In question number 9, a man saves 3,000 every year and invests it at the end of the year at 10% compound interest. Calculate the total amount of his savings at the end of third year. So man saves money how much? 3,000 at the end of every year. For first year he saves the money, so that will become the amount. This amount will become the principal for second year. Time period is given, rate is given. Calculate the interest. PRT by 100, 300 you are getting, principal plus interest, just add it, you are getting amount 3300. So money, how much money he saves? 3000. So you will add 3000 in it. So 3300 plus 3000, 6300. It will become the principal for next year. Then again you can calculate, find the amount. Again he saves rupees 3000. So we will add again 3000 in it. So this is the total amount a man saves at the end of third year, that is 9,930. Just see the last question of this exercise. A man borrows 10,000. So principal is 10,000, rate is 5%, time is 2 years. Now we will find interest, PRT by 100, then amount. Now how much money repays? 35% of the sum borrowed. Sum borrowed means principal. So what is principal? 10,000. 35% of 10,000, so it will be 3,500. So this much money he repays. So we have to subtract from the amount. We are getting 7,000. This 7,000 will become the principal for next year. Time is given, rate is given. Calculate the interest, then amount. Then again for the second case he repays 42% of the again sum borrowed. So after solving we are getting 4,200. This 4,200 we have to subtract from this amount, and we are getting 3,150. For third year principal is given, rate, time period again 1 year. Then find the interest 157.5, and then what is the amount? That is 3,307.5. And they ask you how much money he get at the end of third year in order to clear the debt. So this is the amount he get at the end of third year. So in the next video we will discuss the third exercise of the compound interest, that is second C exercise. So that's all for today. Thank you very much.